Hello, hello, everybody. Let me know how we sound. Well, preferably let me know how I sound. Heather sounds great. I'm hearing echoing on my part. Um, so no, it just started, Eric. So yeah, it's been a day. Let me tell you. I was in the middle of doing some eBay stuff for Prince by TPE. Oops. And my computer decided to shut down. The fan kicked into overdrive, and my computer died on me, my desktop. So I
Yes.
am on a different one that Tommy had to put together for me. He was able to use my old hard drive from the other computer into this one, but now I have to get this one set up the way I had it over there, and because not everything, like all my settings actually worked. Like it
Yes.
didn't, everything is the way it's supposed to be. So if you hear any echoing or anything like that, please let me know so I could try to figure out how to fix it. Um, so yeah, I mean it's a little bit better desktop. It's supposed to be faster. And so we'll see how it goes. Hopefully I don't burn another computer up.
And oftentimes, just because something's supposed to be better doesn't mean it is better.
My tower was all decked out with vinyl, and oh boy, this is going to be fun. Yeah, so mine was all decked out with vinyl, inspirational stuff, and now it's computer parts. I wanted to cry today, let me tell you. A slight echo. I don't know why, because I'm trying to figure it out. Um, okay, why is the Logitech? Hold on one second.
Okay.
Testing. Aha. It's
How
the
many people?
Logitech.
All right.
So
We're-
let me see.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
Dwayne's still echoing.
yeah, let me see if I can figure out how to disable Logitech, the sound or the mic, because it's not showing that it's an it's disabled. So why is it? Hmm. Okay, there's that. Device properties. Why is it showing? See, I don't understand that. It is off. The webcam mic is completely disabled in the computer, yet it's I switched over to it to see what the deal was, and it's active. It makes absolutely positively no sense to me.
I have no advice.
Is this better? Is there
Seems.
any echoing, you guys?
Let's see what everybody else says. My chat won't pop out today, so I'm gonna have to keep flipping back and forth.
Uh-oh, not good. Hey, Barbara, how you doing? Hi, Dwayne. Eric, hello, hello. Thank you for joining us. Mm,
Did you see what my husband wrote in the chat?
I don't know. I'm about ready just to throw
Okay.
in the towel. I really am. It's too much. Today has been way too much.
I freak out whenever I'm having any kind of issues with, I just have my laptop. Well, I've had few laptops, But yeah, if there's something going wrong with it, or I can't figure something with my phone, I totally freak out.
Yeah, everything's disabled, so I don't understand why I'm echoing.
Why aren't you echoing for me, but you are other people? Is it because of them hearing you through YouTube?
I'm not sure. I mean, like I can hear myself echoing, and it's driving me nuts.
Do you want to? Where's Tommy?
He's upstairs. He's eating dinner. I wasn't hungry, so I'm trying to think here. Nope, I don't want to do that. Camera is all good. Audio. What if I did this? I wonder if that would help. Let me know if I'm echoing. I don't hear it now.
I don't
So
hear
maybe
it.
that was the problem. I enabled automatically adjust mic volume. So maybe that's a problem. Maybe. I don't know. Oy. Anyway, how is everybody else doing today? I had my birthday this weekend. It was fun. Oh, yeah, I'm about ready to.
What was that sound?
I hit this crap. Okay, cool. No echo. Awesome. Awesome.
That's my soon-to-be son-in-law. You see walking past there.
Cool. No, I can't hear.
Oh, and the naughty cat on the counter. You see her?
Yep.
Yeah, she's there complaining. She doesn't even care that she's up on the counter when she's not supposed to be.
That's hilarious.
Because she's a cat.
That is hilarious. No. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to fix this. Why are you not working now? Oh, yeah, that's right, because nothing wants to work for me today. There. Oh, technical issues got
Are
a
you
little.
just a kiss of death today?
Yeah, very much so. Very much so. I should refresh this. Let's see what happens when I refresh. All right. There we go. I don't like to use the strobe option on the color changing bars I got.
You don't want to give anyone seizures?
Yeah, I don't want to give anybody seizures. It would suck if I did. So I try not to use that one. And of course, it's got to act up.
Really?
I got a new Dymo for my birthday.
The printer?
Yep. It's a Dymo Label Writer 330 Turbo. It's for my addresses, so I don't have to write them out anymore. And then I have the Dymo Label Writer 450 Turbo. So actually, the one I got for my birthday it came on my birthday. So, hey KK, how you doing? Oh, I just think I heard myself again, but I don't know. And I can hear the furnace, and
Maybe it's just the voices in your head that you're hearing.
maybe they're telling me to go to bed and get some sleep. Oh, telling you. Although we used the new mixer board on Saturday, and we sounded great.
Mm-hmm.
And today it's just a big cabal mess. So Welcome to 41. Everything is downhill from now. Oh, sounds good, KK. She says she is live right now and that she'll be a few minutes. Sounds good.
She helping out with an auction?
What's that?
Is she helping out with an auction?
No, she's live on her channel. And so she does hangouts at night. And
Okay.
so yeah, sometimes I think she does an auction. I don't always catch it because usually I'm laying down, but not lately. It's been I haven't been able to sleep well, and I'm telling you, it's something. Um, 50 is the new 40. Sweet.
I don't think it
Uh,
is for me. Maturity wise, you know, uh, I don't even think I'm 40 maturity wise, but my body thinks it's ancient.
right. Body feels like it's 100, but technically you're only like 12 mentally.
Yep, yep, there you
Never
go.
wants it never wants to let's see.
Balance.
Yeah, it never wants to balance out, be on an even playing field. I mean,
Yes, yes.
Dwayne says I am 49. Woohoo! I mean 40. I bet you hit the wrong key. Oh, so yeah, so I had to wipe down my desk, rearrange everything, um, so that when he got the tower done, I could make sure I had everything set up. So I flip flopped my monitors, and I'm not sure if I like it. Now I got the small monitor here and the bigger one over here. And I'm like, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it works. I might have to flip flop them again.
Discombobulated? Is that what you are?
Yeah, I'm very, very not organized today. uh, I was gonna get a hold of you too yesterday. I ended up sleeping most of the day. I woke up with the worst headache in the world.
Oh,
That Booms Farm that I drank, the strawberry daiquiri, I had it open before, and I think it went flat. And so, yeah, it wasn't very good. It wasn't very good the second time around. I know more people in their 80s than those in 40s. Hi,
is
Kelly.
that
How
to do
you
with
doing?
her age range?
What's that?
Is that to do with Barbara's age range?
I don't know.
How old is she? I don't know.
I know she's told us, but I'm horrible with that, remembering that stuff. I know
I'm
that
worse. I'll bet you that I'm worse.
the thing is I know that like we are friends with older people, more with older people than we are with people our own age. And so hi Perlini, how you doing? I just people our own age just man
Tommy's right in between me and Dwayne in age.
mm-hmm. Yeah, and we get along better with the older crowd than we do with the people that are our own age
Well, you
because
know something I noticed
we're like
is unless I have um, an invested interest
mhm.
in, there's like, I don't, I'm trying to decide where the age is now. Um, but like, there are young adults that just don't find them all that interesting.
We've tried to
And you don't realize that's what's going on when you're younger. You get older and you're like, honey, been there, done that. Good luck
I,
to you.
I hope that when I was younger, people didn't think I was annoying.
Oh no,
Because
they did. They did. I think about how annoying I was.
I Joy says, I am not interesting.
And
And Pro says, hi,
really,
Dwayne and Heather.
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's just the times.
It's
You
the
know,
generational thing because things really, really have changed from well, and for older people in when I say older, I mean older than me, older generations, then you have even better stories. But the difference between my childhood experiences and what's going on in the world today are, quite different. But that's just how it's always been, how it always will be.
right. Yeah. And I like Perlini's thing. She said, or her comment, she's like, LOL, my kids say us old people are annoying. My favorite part of when I was working in the nursing home and doing the home care was sitting down and getting to know the people that
Oh,
I
heck
cared
yeah.
for
Absolutely.
and hearing how things were so different back then.
Yeah, hearing their stories.
My
Yeah.
age, and I loved it. I
Yeah.
did absolutely loved it.
No, my grandparents had great stories and things that you imagine it, but you can't relate to it. Like
Right.
my grandma talking about back when Salt Lake City still had horse-drawn carriages, and there were in it. She was like, there was the change going on from that to cars, but still, her father would ride his horse as a mode of transportation back in the 20s, so 100 years ago. Yeah. I even know the house that she was born in and grew up in. My brother says that it's condemned now.
Oh,
Unfortunately, it's on the west side of town. Had it been on the east side of town, it it would be a different story for it.
yeah.
Different tax brackets.
All right. I almost forgot to share out. Oops. Hello, B. Davy. They say I'm old, but we had cars in SLC.
Oh, okay. B. Davies.
Yeah.
My step grandpa, he owned property around where Chuck E. Cheese was on State Street and sold it for pennies. It was now it's worth millions.
Oh no.
And it's not Chuck E. Cheese there anymore. It's changed over many times, but I'm sure he remembers it being Chuck E. Cheese.
You know, it's I've never been to a Chuck E. Cheese that I can ever remember,
No.
and I never took the kids to Chuck E. Cheese
They're
either.
germ factories.
Right? And that's what I heard.
I hate those places.
But we have a place in the Dells. Hold on. Let me. It's got a train. Uh, oh, it's a restaurant. Here we go. And for some reason, I can't think. Uh, Buffalo Phil's. No, I don't think that's it. Oh, it might be Buffalo Phil's. But it's kind of, I guess, like a Chuck E. Cheese, just not a Chuck E. Cheese.
Something to that effect, though.
Yeah, it's along the lines like they have the train that brings you your food and
Oh, funny. I've never seen anything like that.
yeah, and then I guess they have like play areas for the kids and they have like a bouncy room and I think they have like where you can stick to the wall. You jump on this bouncy thing and then you can just like jump and stick on the wall.
In the town we used to live in, what was it? a Carl's Jr. that had a ball net room thing. And correct what's the
I vaguely remember.
were you dragging state? Actually, that's further down than where the dragging used to happen. You can't drag state anymore. There's too many cops.
Oh boy. I have no idea where we're talking, but ouch, that sounds horrible that you got into a wreck at an intersection in general.
But State Street is Highway 89, and it's anything you could ever think of or ever want is located along there throughout Utah, and especially in Salt Lake. And starting, I don't know, back in the 50s, I think, when my mother was a teenager, you would drag state, meaning drive up and down it and meet up with people, see your friends, because she grew up in Salt Lake. But like I said, times have changed. There's gangs now. And it was still going on when I was a teenager. Just too fast instant. Well, that'll learn you.
Yep. And I don't know if we're allowed to say the second word in this sentence. So we're not even going to, we're just going to show it on the screen. But yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about, Dwayne. And then Dwayne said, I got in an accident dragging state in my dress blues. Oh boy.
Well, yeah, I told you my State Street story about getting pulled over and me and all my friends all lined up on the sidewalk while kids were driving past, whistling and shouting at us. Oh, and let's see, 47-7. Oh, okay. And
I figured you know where that is.
Absolutely. My grandma lived on 53rd, just off of State.
Oh, wow.
So
not too far from where his business was?
And no, it's a crowded area. There's a lot going on there.
Yeah. Now, I'm trying to think. Tommy explained to me how different the roads are, names, and how
because they're numbered. It's a grid. Yeah. So this street is Cherry Hill Drive, but there is a coordinating number, of course. But yeah, Utah's a grid system. And as long as you know the coordinates and that, okay, yeah, now I know exactly where, if it was near the 7-Eleven. But anyway, as long as you know which way east is, as in don't get turned around when the sun's down, like I do, you don't get lost. But I do.
I get lost all the time too.
Yep.
Oh, I forgot to show you guys this. I got this from Tommy.
Oh, that's awesome. How cute.
It's a koala bear.
He's adorable.
And then it says Mental Health First Aid USA. And he's like, can you use that up on your shelf? I'm like, yeah, of course I could.
Super cute. How sweet.
Yes, that was between our anniversary and Valentine's Day.
Uh-huh.
So I got him one of those 2 days. So, yeah. Hoy, I'm telling you. I think I drained myself too much today, trying to make sure I had everything set up, and then I did learn today how to go through and see what listings were not like getting the traffic and to take them down. So that was fun. And that's when my computer decided, nope, I'm going to crash on you. I only had a few more to go.
No, yeah, I absolutely, when my old laptop crapped out on me, I was freaking out. And this one, Dwayne needs to clean it up for me. It's got some issues already because I don't know why, if I knew why, maybe I could avoid it or fix it or something. My youngest son always accuses me of looking at porn. I'm like, it wasn't even that.
Hello, Junebug. 929. Hello, new to channel. Kathy sent me. Oh, welcome, welcome. Thanks for coming. B. Davy says SLC is so easy to get around. You just need the north, south, east, or west coordinates. Heather, you have the mountains.
That's why I said as long as the sun is up, I'm okay. The sun goes down, and then I'm lost.
I always have to remember that the Dells is south of us, and the Rapids, Wisconsin Rapids, is north of us. So that's how I remember which way we are going.
Interesting. You want to know something? I don't know if it's still this way. It used to be here in Utah, and in some cemeteries, that everyone is buried facing east.
I don't know how that is here.
It's like I said, I don't think it's that way anymore, but it was at one time. All religious purposes.
I don't even think I didn't spell that right. Okay, so according to this, it says some of the ancient religions based on the sun would bury the dead facing east so that they could face the new day and the rising sun.
Yeah.
So that's pretty interesting.
Now so many people I've known that have died, they just get cremated. That's easier, cheaper. No one has to do your hair and makeup. I'm gonna be cremated because I don't want anybody to look at my dead body. Ew.
Yeah, I want to be cremated. And there's like two main reasons why I want to be cremated.
Cost effective.
Yeah, it really is. And I want to be sprinkled in Ireland off of like off a cliff.
And so hopefully you make it there before your ashes.
Right. And then my other reason is because I want some of my ashes to go through one of those wiggly guys.
You want to become a diamond?
No, I just those wiggly guys. Do you know what I'm talking about? Hold on.
I have heard that toasting bodies does put a lot of carcinogens in the air, so that's a problem around here because I've complained to you about the Utah Valley along the Wasatch Front air quality. Yeah, and I don't know where all the crematoriums are, but there's one in Salt Lake.
And okay, so the technical term is wavy inflatable tube guy.
Oh, that's right. Okay, the outside of the car lot.
Yeah, well, they're anywhere, but I think I just it may sound strange, but I do.
You can dump your ashes into what is. Are your kids going to be sneaking over to one and dumping you somehow?
Well, no, Tommy wants to. He actually wants to buy one of these because I love them so much. And so he wants to get one, but he wants to find like the perfect one. And then once I pass away, he was told that I want a pinch of my ashes, a good sized pinch of my ashes to get it in there so I could ride it on out.
So you're just going to set it up in your front yard?
Uh-huh. Of course. But by then, we plan on being like not in Wisconsin to do it.
Gotcha. Yeah, I don't even blow up Christmas crap in my yard.
We
Oh, I
don't
bet. Yeah.
either.
It's we lived in California when I was young, BD, and my mom, she was the same thing. She's always looking for the mountains that weren't there.
See, and I was born there, and up until I was almost 11 years old, I lived there, so I didn't have that. But when we went through the mountains, I slept probably 99% of it, and so
Um,
I was glad for that.
you need to see it.
Because when we went to Vegas, I was awake
But
when
you
we
were
went.
here because you didn't come through Salt Valley
No, we went through Denver.
and down.
Yep, and that way, whatever highway that is. However, I made Tommy chuckle because I asked him. Okay, so Tommy's cousin is John Denver,
Yes.
and I love his music. Tommy, he doesn't care for his cousin, or
Yeah.
yeah, and so so when we were getting close to Denver, I asked him. I said, "So did they name Denver after your cousin?" And he looked at.
Denver's been around for longer than what his cousin was here.
That's what he said. He looked at me. He was like, "What?" And I'm like, "Well, I didn't know."
And although, let's see, I don't know where like fancy as Denver, but places. Like we lived in a town called Woods Cross, and it was named after the guy who lived there because his last name was Woods, and he said he was Cross. So,
And then I found out, I didn't know this, that Aspen, I think it's Aspen, where all the celebrities like brag they go. Okay, which and
yeah, I've been there.
okay, so it's like on the outskirts of, I think, not too far from Denver.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was in the United States. Just saying, okay? I thought it was like overseas or way up north or something like that, but not in the United States. I had no idea. Well, they have a monument for John Denver there.
Oh, huh.
And
For it
so,
next time.
right? So when we go back through, um, I want to stop there so I can check it out. And I think it would be cool.
Well, don't eat while you're in um, Aspen or Vale because it's way too expensive. Go to one of the um, bedroom communities there. He was mad, yeah, cross that they put the train tracks through his property. Yep.
Oh,
So where we live, Woods Cross, in the old, yeah,
okay.
yeah, they put the train tracks through it, and yeah, that's just the joke of.
Oh, okay. B. Davy has seen John Denver live a few times.
Not
You
anymore.
were lucky. But I grew up with that kind of music because that's what my mom liked and my grandparents and stuff. So, it was just
Do you
kind of a
remember?
generational thing.
Do you
But I
remember
did, I
seeing?
loved his songs. And so when I found out that Tommy was related to John Denver, um, I was like, that is so cool. And he's like, no, it's not. He was an ass.
I grew up hearing his songs, and I also remember when John Denver went on the Muppet Show. Those are my only memories, and I remember when he died back in the mid-90s. I don't know why that stuck with me. Um,
Oh, my chat just jumped in. I'm like trying to figure out what I was reading because I was reading something else, and then Trent wrote something, and then it was all caps. So I got squirrel moment. Sorry,
well,
I had a squirrel moment. Is the echo better, Barbara? I'm trying to keep my voice down, but sometimes I get excited and I get loud and yeah, throw everything off. So I apologize. Um, let's see, where was I now? Hi, Myra. Let's see. Hello, Trent. And anybody else I missed, I apologize. I know we have some lurkers. So, welcome, welcome. Thank you for stopping. Much love to you. Um, let's see. Oh, wrong one. Sorry. Trent said it's going to be a great night. I have so much stuff to do. It's unreal, lol, but I'm working on it. Yep, I hear you. I hear you. Today was a crazy, crazy day. Um, I have to go back to the beginning and hear it. Um, I mean, I think I kind of got it on the, leveled out for the most part.
Being managed.
Yeah, very much so. So hold on one second. I'm just doing something real quick. Okay, had to send a link. Hey JC, how you doing? Uh,
Hey, JC.
all right, all right. Dwayne says, "Welcome back, Myra." I think she just got out of the hospital. I think she just let me know if that's Myra, that you just got out of the hospital and you are done with your physical therapy, or for the most part done with your physical therapy. That's what I heard, but I might have misunderstood. So I want to make sure. um, that way I know that I'm on the same page as what's going on. So,
The
uh,
latest.
a lot better now than I did before I went live. I'm telling you, I was so frustrated. I wanted to cry at the beginning of this. I just was about ready. Yeah, I can't do it tonight, but y'all helped me. I appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, what a day. So, what should we talk about?
You had mentioned stress.
Yeah, how do y'all handle your stress? I don't handle mine very well. I cry. I do a lot of crying.
You know, I'm not saying that my life has no stress, but really, truly, and my life has not always been this way. But for the past few years, um, my life just isn't that stressful right now. And I, the kids are older. That's probably the biggest part. Um, the bills are paid. There's food in the kitchen. Everyone's doing okay. COVID crap has messed things up, especially, for my kids with employment. But me personally, yeah, I still find things to complain about. But it's seriously the least amount of stress I've ever experienced in my life since kindergarten. I think I was pretty stress free before kindergarten.
Yeah, I was pretty stress free up until middle school. That's when it all changed for me. Um,
When you moved?
well, it was elementary when we moved, but middle school really um,
Middle school sucks.
yeah, it does. I mean, it was like the start of it, but it wasn't real bad. It was high school that was horrible.
Uh, so I went to middle school for sixth grade, and then we came to Utah, and I went to one junior high for seventh and half of eighth, and then another junior high for the second half of eighth and ninth. High school, I dropped out. That tells you how great it was.
I graduated high school. I also
I did
graduated on the honor.
too. Yeah, I went back, but no, my childhood was just one great train wreck. It really was. It was a derailed train
Oh no.
that crashed and burned.
I mean, it's not that I have a whole lot of stress. It's just when I do get stressed,
Your stress management.
it's Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah.
Either
I
I get angry or I cry.
I kind of go, oh boy, through. I have kind of my internal panic attacks. Um, really, the last time I was super stressed out was when we moved into this house 4 years ago. Right now, yeah, I thought I was going to die. I hate moving, and
No.
I'd been in the same area for quite a while, and Dwayne had been there for all except from when he was in the military, and then we changed counties, and I still don't really know my way around. I don't know very many people at all. And
Yeah.
I doubt that's going to change while we're here.
I mean, we've been in this house for 7 years, 6, 7 years, something like that.
The problem is
Yeah.
that you don't want to move to Bountiful. If you can't move there, buy a house for under 300,000 unless it's just an investment that you're going to flip. But yeah, if you're going to move there, plan on starting at 300,000
Whew.
up to multi-millions.
You see, that's crazy. That's so crazy. I
Yep.
watch a lot of YouTube channels where they're abandoned houses, abandoned mansions, stuff like that. And I'm like, I'll just move into there because that one doesn't need as much work and it's got fireplaces galore and I will be happy. We'll just clean out the fireplaces, make sure the chimney's all good, and that's how we'll heat it, you know? Do it old
Tell the
fashioned
ghosts
style,
to
you know?
move over.
What's that?
Tell the ghosts to move over, make room. You're
Right.
coming in.
Right. Real quick, Myra says, yes, they let me out on Friday, but still not walking without assistance. I have a long way to go to recovery. Well, I'm glad that you're out of the hospital and I hope that you have a speedy recovery. Um, I just, at least you're home. That's the first step to good news. And even though
Absolutely.
you have to walk with assistance, you're still walking. And that's the second good news. So I'm real happy for you. Perlini says that's what I feel like doing, crying. Yeah, it's one way that I know how to like deal with my stress. Other times it's like I always tell everybody else, woosah, woosah, and sometimes I personally forget to woosah, and um, it's it's not fun. It's not fun at all. Um,
Stress takes time off of your life expectancy.
Yeah, it does. And I don't like being stressed. I don't like when my anxiety kicks in because that's exactly what happened. I was having a full-blown anxiety attack today, and that just tripped me out. Tommy's computer on the top over here just went blue, and it made me trip me out. So yeah, I mean, it's I hate it. And sometimes just a little thing will cause my anxiety to go, and a lot of times it's big things. This was humongous for me today because I was like on a roll and I was doing good and I was doing this and that, and then
Yeah,
I,
that
I,
also
lit- I
yeah,
literally
to a brick wall. Yeah.
shut the computer off
There's
because it
nothing
was
wrong with medicating for stress.
no, not at all, not at all. And if it works for you, it doesn't mean it's going to work for everybody, but if it works for you, that's good. That's awesome.
We all know I'm
Uh,
on whole cocktail medications.
yeah, I'm a medication here, medication there. Nothing really lasts long for me with medication.
I started on Paxil
Mhm.
28 years ago, and I've been, for the most part, medicated ever since.
Wow.
Yeah, because bad things happen if I'm not.
Living alone can be stressful since I don't have anyone to talk
Yeah,
to. about or talk to about it. Yeah, that's some yeah, I can see how that's stressful. Very much so. Very much so.
I'm thinking because um, probably the last of people retiring have houses that are paid off. We
Mhm.
will never will. The chances of me ending up just flat out homeless are way better than me ever living alone. A couch surf between my children. If I can get Jeremy to get his own place, Jeremy and I will be couch surfing.
Junebug says middle school is so bad for
Yeah.
everyone. Independent, not independent, independent back and forth. Very trying time for children. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Horrible, horrible time. Awful.
I was glad when I went from middle school to high school because so I have two brothers and my mom used to walk us to school every day and come to school and walk with us back home. Do you know how embarrassing that is?
No, I don't. I can imagine, but I never had that.
But I mean, for the most part, my mom was very much very protective of us, and I appreciate that. And I know that she only did it because she loved us. She didn't want anything happening to us. So I 100% understand why she did it, but it was still embarrassing sometimes. But you got used to like your friends picking on you, and like your real friends, they were just joking. But then you had the bullies of the school that would see it, and then yeah, you would really get razzed bad. Um, and so when I got to high school, my mom, my brothers were still in middle school and elementary. So she had to like decide, is she going to walk with me or my brothers? So I was lucky at high school time. My mom walked with my brothers. I got to walk to high school by myself. However, I did end up with a stalker.
Creepy.
He was in my grade. And he was harmless. He was harmless.
Good.
But at the time, like he would follow me home and it would creep me out. So I'd have to like take different ways, like find different ways to walk home so that he wouldn't follow, but he did. And there was one day that I was very grateful that he was following me because
Why didn't
I
you just start talking to him?
what's that?
Why didn't you just start talking to him?
I talked to him, but he just he made me uncomfortable back
Ah,
then. And so I didn't like want him to think that like I was into him.
gotcha. So what did the day you were grateful for and what happened? Sorry, I cut you off.
No, that's okay. I was walking home and a car full of high school boys pulled over and tried to have me go with them. And I kept telling them no, kept walking. They didn't like that. And all of a sudden he appeared and they saw him and they took off. So I was thankful for that because I didn't know what was going to happen. I never told my mom.
So I remember it was the second high school I went to, ninth school total, out of 9 out of 10. Um, and I was walking out of the back of the school. Probably was going to have to walk home, but it was, I don't know. Dwayne could tell you. Dwayne and I lived in the same neighborhood.
Oh,
We
wow.
didn't, but it was a couple miles. But anyway, back in that day, that's what it did. So I'm walking out the back door of the high school, and these guys, which Dwayne knew who they were. One of them, he's like, "You want to go with us?" I'm like, "Sure." Got in the car, went with him. I had no idea who they were.
Oh,
Well, we went driving up around the B, and went to Lee's for shakes after. I don't. There's houses up around the B, and Lee's is no longer there.
I ooh, here we go. It's starting again. Let me go check my sound here. Okay, is that better?
And still the same for me.
Okay.
Let's
Yeah, I heard
see.
it, and then I was like, "Ooh."
And isn't that so absurd, BD, that mankind has been around for how long and we didn't recognize anxiety until the past 50 years? Mankind is really, really stupid. We are so dumb. Because my grandma, she always thought that Satan was after her. We're like, no, Grandma, it's called a panic attack. You're very nervous. You're a type A personality. But no, she was sure that Satan was after her. And I'm like, trust me, Grandma, Satan doesn't care about a little old lady.
Wow.
Bigger fish to fry.
Wow. Panic attacks in 6th grade, a doctor's hadn't ever heard of panic disorder in the 60s. Wow.
Yeah, so bad.
B. Davis says,
Dr.
Barbara,
Lex.
I talked to Alexa a lot.
Oh, what Natalie, my daughter, she asked Alexa to tell her a joke, and she did. I don't remember what it was. And depression, big problem with the elderly.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be old. I'm just gonna skip over that.
We watched a Netflix movie last night, and let me pull it up. I remember if it's it's called I Care a Lot. And because Barbara said depression is a big problem with the elderly, this movie is inspired by true events, and let me tell you, it had me yelling at the TV. I looked at Tom. I was so mad watching that movie because it has to do with uh, the elderly and what people do to the elderly in order to get their money.
Yeah. Oh, I've heard
And
some stories.
yeah, and so I was just like, I was, and then I thought there was a scene where the caretaker is in court, and for me personally, um, they had this doctor that was making up stuff to get this lady in, to where they needed her to be. So she had this legal guardian. Um, I looked at Tommy and I was like, and this is what I was terrified when I told my doc. I was scared to tell my doctor that I didn't want to do the ECT treatments because
Mm-hmm.
this is what I was afraid of, because it happens with mental health where doctors and counselors and stuff will get together and have an emergency court hearing and get it to where they have control over what treatments you have, what where you're living, stuff like that. And it is proven that it has happened, and that's what I was terrified. But watching that movie, I was like so mad. Let me tell you, I was so mad.
Our dog is extra super special nervous today, speaking of.
Oh no.
And Bountiful's for the aloof. If you, because Dwayne had lived there most of his life. I'd been there for a long time, but outsiders, feel that people in that town are snobby.
Hi, Diana. Welcome. Thank you for sharing out.
When we moved from Davis County to Utah County, I discovered that there was the majority had less money and was less attractive, and I figured that was a win-win for me.
Oh, wait. Hold on. I think we talked about that one. I was actually trying to highlight something else, so I will go back to that. B. Davis, I think Heather has a book in her. She should get published.
I'm working on a story right now. Here's my outline.
Oh, let me make it bigger.
There, right there. There's my outline.
Nice.
Yeah.
JC says he's having technical issues. He'll be right back. Myra says, "Thank you, Lynn, for the prayers. It is a miracle I am walking at all, for sure."
That's wonderful. Sure. That is really good.
Sim the, I know I'm not saying this right, but Sim the Godfather. Hello, welcome. I think they said just got out of the dentist. Sorry, I am late. It is all good.
The dentist is far more important to go to than, sitting watching us. Dang, my mom had no time for that business.
I think that was what I was talking about.
Oh, probably the walking. Yeah. My mom worked 2 jobs. I do remember. So back in, late 70s, early, I think it was like 79, the Bay Area had a pretty impressive earthquake. And I do remember that she didn't work that day and she met us at the bus stop. Because back then, see, here's the thing, an earthquake, okay, electricity getting knocked out, crap falling over. Did they break out the calling tree and let school out early? Hell no. We just kept going. Sure, I had PTSD for years because of that whole experience. The aftershocks are what really drives it home. They can still kind of trigger. I've never had a panic attack for it. It just gets my heart going. But one of my top 5 greatest fears is to be caught on the toilet when there's an earthquake.
Ooh. Yeah, that's not gonna be
I was never afraid of ghosts or the boogeyman. No, I was afraid of earthquakes. much scarier thing to be afraid of. Much more real.
Curly says that
if you're around with mean ghosts, but
and then but what was cool was once my mom started working, none of us had to worry about her walking with any of us.
My kids, some of the schools they went to, because we trade charter schools, had the carpool. Oh my gosh, the biggest bitches. You want to meet bitches? Go to a charter school drive carpool. Oh my. I'm not going to go there. I'm good. It's in the past.
Hi.
Hey, what's up?
How are you doing?
I'm good. Tired. Good. It's been a long day. Got another one tomorrow, but I'm good. Just really, really, really tired.
I bet. I thought today was Tuesday all day up until we left to take packages to the post office.
That's like me when on Saturday I thought it was Sunday until Saturday evening. And
tomorrow will probably be a little bit worse. I got 3 EMGs tomorrow, but
what is that?
The electro something or other. I don't know. They put the wires and needles on, shock you, and like pierce your skin, and they check your nerve responses.
Ooh.
So yeah, I have one on my back, one on my legs, and one on my feet. So
Ouchie. Well, I hope it goes.
yeah, so it'll be a long day.
Stop it.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it
The
sounds like
dog.
it. Oh, that just made my feet cringe.
Well, my feet probably won't be so bad because I can't feel them hardly at all. So, but my
Oh, wow.
yeah, my back and my legs, the legs I've had them done I think 3 times. Once on my feet, twice on my legs, and the legs were the worst. The needle in the calf muscle, and then having to tighten up. They make you tighten up the muscle while they shock it to see where the nerve response goes. Yeah, so. But that's been, yeah, I'm sure they've probably come along a good little ways in technology. So hopefully it won't be, as bad as it was the last time I had it. So we'll
Sounds
see.
miserable.
Hmm. Yeah, I'll let you know tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, right? I keep hearing this like message ding, like the Facebook message ding,
Uh-huh.
and I keep pulling up my Facebook trying to figure out if somebody's messaging me. It's Tommy's computer. I'm just like, who's messaging me? I'm live. What is going on? But then I don't see any message, and because his monitors are off, and so yeah, I was having total blonde moment there. Total blonde moment. Oh, I switched my chair today too, because my other chair doesn't fit comfortably over here. However, I don't know if you guys will be able to see this, but I cleaned up my floor. Hold on.
The chair.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! I'm turning. But I cleaned up my floor. I had my boxes and
Oh,
stuff,
okay.
my notebooks and all that other stuff, and I think I just showed you guys up my nose, so I apologize for that.
Sorry, I kind of muted too.
It's all good. It's all good. Oh, I got everything twisted again. Went through chords today because I had a cluster mess of chords and got
I
those
hate
all.
cords. Always tripping over them.
Well, we bought these um, plastic bag holders from Amazon, and you got two in the package. And so we were using them to hold vinyl tubes. Well, I started buying the bigger um, vinyl tubes, and so they no longer fit in there. So I took and reused it, or upcycled it to hold all my cords so they weren't all over the place on the floor on the other side of the desk. So Tommy's got a neater area over there, um, because I decided to use that as my cord holder.
Yeah, I need to do some cleaning up on my cords too.
I didn't
Someday.
I didn't realize how a mess it was, how much of a cluster it was until my computer died. So I
Mm.
unplugged it, Tommy went and worked on it, tried to see what was going on, and hopefully he'll be able to figure it out eventually. I don't know. Maybe I overworked it. I don't know.
I've been
But
having issues with mine today too, but
yeah, it's not fair. We were lucky that that we have the extra desktops, uh, the towers, because otherwise I would be using a laptop, and I hated my laptops. Hated my laptops when it came to trying to run anything. I wouldn't be able to have more than 3 people on my panel at a time, if that, and that's pushing it. That's how old my laptops are.
I would much rather use a cell phone than I would a laptop.
Hey, I'm on my laptop, but
Yeah,
I move around.
I
Like,
don't like laptops at all. I mean, I just they're not functional for me. They're too clunky. If I mean, I don't know. If I'm going to be moving around that much, I'll use because I have the Note 10 on the phone, so I'll just use my phone and do what I need to do.
See,
Or
Tommy has a really nice laptop. It's a couple years old already, but that sucker is fast. If anything, I would have just switched to that one because it's a laptop, but then you can turn it into a tablet.
yeah.
And so for even for as old it is as it is, it's still pretty fast. That's the night of my live for the Masked Singer YouTube style. I had to and I started having issues. Believe it or not, now that I think about it, I was having issues with my computer that night too because I ended up having to go upstairs and jump on the laptop upstairs because my computer was acting up. So, and then um, the other day, it shut down on me and came back up and said there was an error or something with the front panel, the USB ports. Something was iffy with it and it was corrupt. And Tommy thought maybe they were just loose. Then today, as I was doing stuff on eBay, it completely died.
Mm.
Completely died. And then it
I
made this weird
I don't.
hissing loud fan noise like it was gonna blow up. So I had to hit the power button because that sucker was still on. And then that was all she wrote.
Oh. Yeah, I don't mess or I don't mess around a whole lot with the front USBs, but that sounds more like uh, something to do with the power supply, like one of the uh, cords that's powers the front USBs. Maybe I don't know. I'm
Yeah,
sure he'll figure it out.
oh, I'm sure he will too, but right now he just has I mean, it's got vinyl decals all over it because I dressed it up for myself. And now he's got eBay tape on it that says parts. I'm like, I could have just printed, like, cut you something that said parts and added it to it and eBay it. So, yeah, so I'm sure he'll figure it out eventually. Um, and it was weird too because we were going to go today to pick up two laptops. Um, and then decided against it. And then after he decided against it is when my computer went, see you later, bye. I'm done with you. B. Davy said, Barbara, I hear ya. I have 3 cats, and all they do is meow back. They are hard to understand. Oh, you have talking cats too?
I know what mine are saying. All they do is complain. They just bitch about everything. Even
Uh,
the crazy one, oh my gosh, she's the worst. I wish someone would take her, have her put down, get her
oh,
out of our misery.
poor thing. Yeah. Sorry, I started yawning as I was going to say something. Our cat, Gabby, that's how she got her name. She is the only cat I've ever had in my life. Let me tell you, I've had plenty of cats. I used to do cat rescue. I've had 88 cats at one time. She's the only one that ever talked to us. And so, not like talk like we're talking, like
You'd talk to her and she'd make noises, meow back at you.
constantly. Her and Tommy, I swear they have conversations like crazy. She will go and Mr. Pickles will squawk and she'll go over and she'll meow at him. And it's this weird meow. Like, can you just shut up already? Nobody wants to hear you squawk type meow, like talking type way. It's so funny. And
We
so, yeah, she's the only one. I mean, Miklo, our Maine Coon, he talked, but only if you grabbed, like literally grabbed a can of tuna. That's the only time he would talk. And this cat talks all the time. All the time.
we had a cat that had a broken meower, and so her brother, he didn't even meow till he got old and senile. And that they were super quiet. But our Maine Coon, he was badass, but had help from his in-laws. Yeah, that's what it would take to get back there. Was it Dwayne's parents who were there? Hey, there you go. Um, but my Dwayne's father, he said that they'd moved. They're just too damn lazy. I get that because their house is paid off. But
I love the town north of Salt Lake where the fire hydrants are decorated. Hmm. That
Dwayne, anything? Is that did Bountiful used to do that? Um,
okay, so
and
B. Davy is in California or Florida. I always get the two confused.
I think he's in California.
Yeah, because he's saying that they get earthquakes pretty often, and I don't remember. I know Florida gets hurricanes, so it must be California.
A year ago, Utah was like the COVID was start up, and then we had so many dang earthquakes. And not everything that did everybody feel, of course, but it was like in the thousands total. What they were measuring, and so there was all the memes going around Utah of, well, should we stay inside due to COVID or go outside because of the earthquakes?
Yeah, it's. I don't know which one I would. I would be afraid the earth would open up and swallow me, and then I'd be afraid, in California, and then I'd be afraid that I would drown.
And yeah, well, I've always said that California is going to fall into the ocean, and then Nevada's going to have beachfront property. But yeah, my sister was in California. I was here, but it was like in '90, and there was a pretty big one, and part of the freeway collapsed. She was driving at the time, and my courts had babies, right?
Yeah, that made me chuckle. My cars had babies too. That's what it seemed like. I couldn't believe it. Like, I don't know about anybody else, but when you like set your desktops up or whatever, whatever you're setting up that has multiple cords, and you know that you put them so they weren't going to tangle, and
They
you
do anyway.
to do something or grab something, you turn back around and they are a big goober.
Yeah, be a big mess. Yeah, there's
Yeah,
no getting away from it.
exactly. Crazy. Jason said, "LOL, I hear you there. I have no clue why I need so much stuff plugged in and plugged in it, but seems every time I unplug something, I need it. Then yes,
Yes.
100%.
Yeah, it never fails.
Yeah.
Well, so I'm setting up my desktop today, right? And I'm like, okay, so I can, use one USB port for my microphone, and then I can switch it out, depending on what I'm doing. I forgot I had a webcam that I needed to plug in. I had my mouse and keyboard I needed to plug in. And I'm like, what is all plugged in? And then I was like, I have a printer, I have a cutter. I have two dymos now. I'm just like, yeah. I forgot about the dymos. And so yeah, that's where the two spots for my mouse and keyboard was supposed to go. So now they're in the front. So now I got to play, what is that? Connect for whatever game or Battleship. That's what it is. It's Battleship. Which one is going to sink my boat? Tell you. So yeah, but I can relate to that too.
Battleship.
No, all the plugs having
Yeah. But no, I was just thinking about what you said, and Battleship came to mind.
you sank my battleship.
Yes,
Right.
exactly.
Computer. I didn't even
And then
think
when it became electronic, you couldn't cheat anymore. You keep moving your ships around like my brother and I used to do to each other.
See, I think my brother used to do that.
Maybe that's why I don't like playing games.
I also used to when I wasn't paying attention, he'd adjust himself and then look over so because he always, for a long time, he always beat me. I have 3 10-port USB plugs added to my. See, that's what I need. I need a port,
Yeah, I have.
a good
So
one.
yeah, I have 3 of the 10 slot that they have 10 ports on them, and
I have
I,
3 things plugged in.
and
Mine.
I'm needing more.
Well, I need enough to where I can plug in the printer, the cutter, the 2 dymos, my mouse, my keyboard, and then the mic, the microphone. Because
Yeah.
I alternate between microphones. When it's just me down here talking, I have this. Hold on, let me pull this up. This microphone. This microphone. Oop, I just hit everything. Go figure. But when Tommy and I are on together live, I have the Samsung that is hooked up to the mixer board that's hooked up into his computer so he can control if I get too loud or not because I always throw off his mic. So we had to do something. So
Dwayne and I just sit on separate floors.
see, we did that for a while too, and I ended up moving down here because he was lonely. He was very lonely. I keep hitting this thing, and I apologize. I'll eventually get it set up to where it'll work the way it's supposed to. Um, Hi, Amy. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. So yeah, it's been fun.
So let's see, we've bitched about stress and a million other things, shared some childhood stories. Um,
I got to talk about my whole day of computer malfunctions. You know what I think it is, though? I honestly think it has something to do with the fact that I drain electronics.
you're one of those people.
I am. I can't wear a watch because I drain the battery. The smart watch that I picked up a couple weeks ago, uh, I was wearing it, but I had to keep charging it, taking it off and charging it because the battery was draining. So I thought maybe the reason why it was so cheap was because the battery wasn't very good. So I gave it to Tommy, and it was a guy's smartwatch anyway. So I gave it to Tommy, and it was only like 3/4 charged when I gave it to him, and it lasted 7 days. He wore it.
Electronics just hate you. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. It's
Mm.
not nice. Not nice. Holy wow.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else. At this point, I just have to start making shit up, like sorry stuff up. Opposed to
Did you hear that?
I hear booms, like
Yeah,
something banging.
it's my side of the bed, which means my child, Jaslyn, is taking her shoes off and thinking she's gonna get comfortable on my side of the bed. Dad's watching Netflix, so I can be live, and yeah, they came home Sunday morning, and let me tell you, all she did was talk, 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 and it was dad this, dad. Poor Tommy. Oh, yes, Dwayne. Um, I am going to have her. So today she was getting her area set up down here for because this week she's training with eBay, and so learning eBay this week. But I will have her get a hold of you tomorrow, and then you guys can figure out what type of soup you guys are gonna do, and then I can get the recipe. I can send you the recipe so you know what to get, and then you guys can figure the rest out. So Dwayne and Jaslyn, once a month, as of right now, once a month, are cooking together with Instapot,
Hmm.
and
There you
she
go.
loves it. He taught her. So Dwayne taught her creamy spaghetti and meatballs and the Instapot.
Oh, awesome.
It was so good. So I tried to mimic it step by step. I went through the recipe and everything. It wasn't.
There's a lot of interference somewhere. It could be on my end again, or
People talking.
not like you just cut completely out. I didn't even hear anything at all that you were saying there.
Huh, I heard you just fine.
So okay, that's interference I'm getting then.
Oh, maybe it's the spookies.
Yeah, yeah, you got your
Oh,
gin back.
yeah, and see, like you just like your camera just flickered, Des. Yeah.
Oh, JC,
Here we go again, right?
birthday. I swear I was hearing the same voice that when we were talking backstage after the live that one night,
Uh-huh.
and you could hear it, but Heather couldn't.
Yep.
Yeah,
Could hear
I
that.
was missing out on the possession. I
Yeah,
wanted to be part of it, but I'm just not important enough.
Yeah, I think it might be my connection because I just lost. Nope, there you're back again. I
Yeah,
lost you altogether there.
yeah,
yeah.
and
Here, everything's just fine.
yeah, everything here is fine.
That was just your camera, Destin. What it was? Yeah, you were still there, Heather.
Oh, that's weird.
Right?
That's really weird.
My spooky saying hi to you, JC. The ghost house
Uh,
likes JC. He likes to talk, or they like to talk to JC.
yeah,
It's behind
and
the
yeah,
live.
I'm all good. I really am.
No, but
Oh, that's great. That's great. Um, so Barbara says that she deals with stress by reading, writing, and singing.
that's great. That is really good.
I do the reading, the singing, the woosah, the crying. Just all depends on the situation. What do you do, Heather?
My best thing is always been walking. When I was struggling with my fibro a lot, I stopped walking. I wish I wouldn't have, but for a long time, but I'm back to it, outside in the nice weather, but I'll still walk on my treadmill right there. It's not the same, but it gets me moving. But yeah, walking is for me number one stress management aside from my cocktail of medications, and not leading a stressful life. Easier said than done. It took me a long time to get here. Nothing was more stressful. Well, I don't know. My childhood was more stressful than my kids' childhoods were on me, but it was close. It was different. Having all three kids. It was 11 years that I had all three kids at home. So from the time my youngest son was born till my oldest moved out, and that was really, really, really hard. But we survived it, and I don't know, unless, I hate saying this, unless it's something catastrophic coming along. Day to day, I'm just chilling. Um, I do much better when I am feeling creative as to when I'm not. If I'm having a creative brain block, that does kind of freak me out.
Yeah.
I go between no focus and hyper focus, and Dwayne loves that. That's one of his favorite things about me.
JC, what about
Um, Mine is mostly listening to music, um,
Yeah.
or that's probably that or writing. Are probably my biggest two. I do both a lot. Um, between those two, if one's not working, usually I combine the other and you know kind of go with that. And this, streaming, um, YouTube, just the community that is is available. Um,
You know
you
what I
know,
find interesting is when Dwayne, you know, how he, when he started the auction and then I started helping, and we had made a conscious decision then that we would be non-conflict. We were neutral, and we have tried keeping that. I think we've done well. And it is so bizarre to me how people can get so worked up and so stressed out, um, with, you know, online friendships. And it's like, dude, just turn your computer off, walk away. Uh,
yeah,
you know, it is not necessary. But you know, I've told you about how I have my nuclei of the people that I remember to care about. And then the further out you go, and then there's times when I hear about something, I'm like, oh, was I supposed to care about that?
yeah, right.
yeah.
You know,
Like,
I've even, or times when, like, not in my life anymore, but times in the past where I hear something bad that someone had felt or said about me, and sometimes I'd be like, yeah, you know, I kind of earned that one.
that's funny. Yeah, a couple years ago, I would have been freaking out because, I needed to make sure that I was able to communicate on Facebook and play my games and stuff like that. Today was more about I was in the middle of something important and it had nothing to do with social media and my computer just up and died on
Crapped
me.
out.
So it was a different form of anxiety for me than I ever experienced before. And it was just like I was praying and praying and praying that he could find a computer that would work so that, I could get back to what I was doing. And then by that time, after everything was said and done, I was so drained that I didn't even finish what I was doing before everything went crazy on me. So I'm just like, so tomorrow should be a better day. Lights are like turning off, like down here, and it's really creeping me out. They're flickering.
See,
It is weird. Like it's not even my computer. It's like over there
I'm
by our.
telling you,
It's a
and for me,
combination of you two. It's bad
hey.
energy or something. You know, you guys are oil and water.
The ghosts that are in our house, one's just a perverted old lady, and the other one is a little kid that likes to say, "Wake up," you know, and run around corners. I mean,
Jeremy says
harmless.
there's someone downstairs, but nobody up here.
Yeah, poor Dwayne. Is that why he's down there?
I don't think Dwayne's ever seen or felt, but Jeremy says if somebody comes and watches him slave. Like, that's not creepy at all.
That's what the old lady does. And like our doors will be closed before we got Gabby. I mean, we've always had cats, but none of them were as smart as Gabby. She's figured out how to open and close our bedroom door. And Miklo was, he always came into the bedroom with us. But I swear, every time we turn around, that our bedroom door was open, and I'd look over and catch somebody looking around, like at the top of, because we have French doors in our room, and it's like the top part. I would swear I was catching somebody watching us, and it was an older lady, and I know it wasn't me, and I know it wasn't Tommy, because when I get old, I'm going to be shorter than I already am. So I know I'm not sure of what it's like to be tall, but like, yeah, and telling you, pervert. That's all I got to say. And I hope she can hear me too, because I'm telling her she's a pervert. She doesn't need to mess with me right now. Kelly said 10 bean soup. I actually think we have the makings for that, but I had to see if we can make it in an Instapot.
I'm sure you can. Just got to find
a
recipe.
If we can, I will talk to Jasmine about that, because she absolutely loves soup, and she turns everything into a ramen soup. So she'll take ramen noodles, the packets, and then she'll add stuff to it to make it her own. And so it's getting about that time for split pea soup, and we have navy bean, and we have the I don't know if it's called 10 bean soup. It's like a mixed beans. So I'll see. I'll ask her. I'll ask her. No issues. My Aunt Kelly says she relieves stress with coffee. Yes, she goes to Dunkin' Donuts a couple times a day.
We've seen her do that.
For sure. And when I was down in Florida, I shouldn't say we. When I was down in Florida with them, I don't know how many times a day we stopped at Dunkin' Donuts. Sometimes we just leave the house to go to Dunkin' Donuts and come back. I was just like, no, I like Dunkin' Donuts. And
Krispy Kremes, the one when they're hot and fresh when they first make them, that was my favorite.
she wasn't even buying donuts. It was just strictly coffee and breakfast sandwiches. Donuts. I didn't know. So I didn't know. Look, Dunkin' Donuts, coffee is, a must when you have a donut shop. I did not know that they made breakfast sandwiches and lunch sandwiches until I was down in Florida. Came back and I was telling Tommy about it. Well, his best friend is a manager of a Dunkin' Donuts, like a general manager for Dunkin' Donuts. And he was like, yeah, we've done that for a few years. And I'm like, well, I don't go there. So, but then he was like, here, you got to try this, which is their iced coffee, their caramel mocha iced coffee. My favorite beyond, like, I like this one here, Karuba Gold. That's a Quick Trip brand. I'm sure they sell it at other places, but on Mondays they're 99 cents. And so I'm excited to stop at Quick Trip tonight. And so I got a 99-cent iced coffee. Well, it's melted down now, but I got the 99-cent iced coffee, caramel mocha. I like that. That's my favorite. But Dunkin' Donuts is like so much better. And I do. I will tell people, go try the Karuba Gold ice caramel macchiato, and Dunkin' Donuts still hasn't beat. Although this is second place. So, and we don't have a Dunkin' Donuts in our area, so yeah. Let's see. Barbara says, I'll be performing with my church choir on March 7th and 28th. Oh, that's awesome. And she said it's on Facebook/YouTube.
Oh, cool.
That's pretty cool. If you have a link for that, you can drop that in the the chat so we can go set our reminders and stuff. Um, and then Perlini says, "That's what I do. I walk away." Yeah, I try to walk away. I'm better at it now, walking away, than I ever been. Usually, like Tommy and I got together, and he said, "You got to stick up for yourself." It went from one extreme to the other, where I was quiet, didn't really speak my mind. Yeah, something frustrated me. I just like held it in. And then when he flipped that switch and said, "You need to start voicing your opinion," I went to the extreme where anything that bothered me, I didn't have no longer have a filter. And so everything was coming out of my mouth. And I was a bitch about it. I ain't gonna lie, I was a bitch about it because I didn't know the happy medium. I never experienced it before. And then now I'm to the point where it's like I have a filter. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Depends on how irritated I
How
am
tired.
or how tired I am. Yes. But it's like,
You know what I think a big part, well, for my personal experience, was learning boundaries.
what's up?
Learning boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a huge part. I know it's been for me.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah, I
and
mean,
go ahead.
that's a hard one, because I don't know, and it's funny because I kind of just had this conversation earlier today with my daughter. You almost have to learn to guess really well. Um, I mean, and that's about the best way I could put it for her. You just have to learn to guess really well, because if you don't know where they are when you come out of a something that you've kept, for con, what do I want to say, kept inside for so long, the anger, the rage, or whatever it may be, and then it's released, and you don't know those boundaries, or you don't have a guideline of where to guess, of where to start at, then it could be very dangerous, and you could be just as much of abusive to someone as someone else was to you, without
Yeah.
even knowing it.
Yep, I hear you.
So that's why I was like, it's kind of a lucky guess. You just kind of gotta see and communicate, and be very aware, or try to be very aware of your emotions, and when they're getting to that point where you're not truly aware of what you are saying or what you are doing.
So, living consciously, not being simply an autopilot and going through the motions, but being emotionally checked out. Learning how to not do that.
Yeah.
That was something I had to learn. But I can be all over the place with the bipolar.
Yeah.
And I think too, I think that there's something that you and I've talked about, JC, that people may not realize about bipolar. They just think of the stereotypical is just when you're bipolar, you're moody.
Right.
But for me, and if I recall correctly, for you as well, I have gone through long periods of time in my life where I'm completely numb. Nothing matters.
Uh-huh.
And that is when one of the times that I in my life where I made bad decisions.
Yeah.
because when you're making decisions based on trying to feel, you'll go to some extremes to get there.
Yeah, and let me read something real quick because you said the word numb, and it made me think of something I wrote a little earlier. And I don't know if you guys remember me talking about, I try to come up with little quotes here and there for like the group, the Pieces of 8 thing that I have.
Right.
So one of them that I did today was, let me see, I don't want to misquote it. So sometimes being numb hurts the most.
Mm-hmm.
That was the quote from today that I
Yeah.
put on there. And I'm glad you said that because, yeah.
You end up hurting other people.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
And very easily yourself.
Yeah. And, wow. The only way I could survive my teen years was by disconnecting emotionally. And I cried once through my teen years, and that's when my brother's bestie died. But that is how completely disconnected I was.
Yeah, I still have a problem with crying.
And
yeah.
I as long as my medication's okay, if it's not working right, I more lose time, I think, than anything else.
Yeah, I can relate with that too because it's very separating from reality.
Yeah.
Is with the unconsciously separating from reality.
or just self-protection.
Yeah.
Yeah. The automatic reflex.
So.
No, I learning how to express emotions appropriately, very, very hard. When you grow up with dysfunction, as many people have, most of us, it's not that people, there's no one out there that grew up without dysfunction. It's just how dysfunctional was it? And how dysfunctional are you continuing to lead your life? Are you making any better choices than what were made for you when you were young?
Good point. I am actually just realizing, as we are speaking, that I am going to make a logo for up here for when we do our mental health. You see we're up at the top where it says...
Yeah, I saw that. It looks like kind of a postage stamp.
Yeah. So right now I was trying to find the right one, but I'm gonna have to make one for when we are live. Because I was trying to put stop the stigma mental health problem with the slash through it, which is here. Let me see. Hold on one second. Let me undo this, and then it would be this one here. But I want to make it small. I can't find it in my thing, but I'm going to make a new one for up here so that we have it for the mental health lives on Monday. But I was listening.
You're fine. We're getting close to 9. Well, 9 my time. The 2-hour mark.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, 11 my time.
So my Aunt Kelly is heading to Dunkin' Donuts, it seems, as we speak. Barbara says, don't know how to drop a link. That's okay. Our Savior Lutheran Church, Moorhead. Here, let me see if I can find it. And
I don't know how to drop
Dwayne already did it.
Barbara.
Yeah, Dwayne did it. So if you guys could click on that link, if you are, would like. I'm not saying you have to. Just
that is awesome. I want to see that. I think that's great.
Exactly. Oops. Keep hitting this. I will get it set to where it's not going to do that. I might have to put it up on here and then have it just come down so that I can. Yes, Aunt Kelly. My Aunt Kelly does not have a filter or boundaries, but that's why we love Aunt Kelly.
Was somebody just laughing?
That would be me.
I laughed.
I laugh too.
It was like, I don't know.
Was it a demonic laugh?
It didn't seem. It was. I don't know.
I hope that wasn't my laugh.
I don't know. Yeah, I just think I'm just kind of like hearing things and out there maybe tonight.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Whoopsie.
Yeah, I saw Heather laughing, but it's like I didn't see when I was hearing the laugh. I didn't see you laughing, Des.
Yeah, I've been told my laugh is creepy, so I
I've
apologize.
never noticed. Now
No.
I'm going to be paying attention to see how it ranks on the creepy scale. Now, creepy as in demonic creepy or perverted creepy?
Just scary, I think. I don't know. I'll have to ask my daughter.
Is it your witch chuckle?
What's that?
A witch
Yeah.
cackle?
Yeah. I can't help that. I hate laughing. And they're always like, why don't you laugh? Why don't you laugh? I'm like, really? Because every time I do, I get picked on for it. So do it. You're no fun.
No.
What do you want me to laugh and make you
I laugh. You know, that is something I laugh as much as possible. And raising my kids, I always tried to find the humor in things or how to take something, lightly. And my kids understood that, but then they have stories, especially my daughter's stories of childhood and the things that I would say or my reactions to things. They're like, man, your mom was mean. It's like, they're like, no, she was just blunt. And
right.
and like I said, we'd find something to laugh about and continue on. There has to be happy balance with everything, everything right in the universe. Hey, what is the Buddhist thing about? Somebody find the quote about things aren't okay, and that's okay. Something put much more eloquently than that, but I love it because it's just learning how to accept that life has problems.
Let's see.
Did you find it?
I'm still looking. I see nothing is permanent. Don't stress yourself too much because no matter how bad the situation is, it will change. Here's one that says, it is better to conquer yourself than to win 1,000 battles. Then the victory is yours. It cannot be taken from you.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Radiate boundless love towards the entire world. Pain is certain, suffering is optional.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I have a poem somewhere that I wrote that is similar to that saying. Well, it has a saying. A part of it is similar to that saying. I'll get it out there.
Another one that says, there is no fear for one whose mind is not filled with desire. Some of these are pretty good.
What was
Um,
that last one?
it said, there is no fear for one whose mind is not filled with desires.
I like that.
Oh, thank you, Perlini. She said, I like your laugh better than some I've heard here, Pixie. Yeah, there that is true. I just I just don't I don't like to laugh because it makes me self-conscious. Um, love that background. Reminds me of living on the ocean. Yeah, I like to change it throughout a couple times for inspirational backgrounds since I was going to do green screen this whole month, but then I got these light bars and I'm trying to get them fixed right, perfect, and I didn't want the bright lights, so and you guys can't see my wrinkles.
Do you have wrinkles? I
I
doubt
feel like
it.
I have wrinkles.
That
Um,
is that is
My
something
wrinkles have wrinkles.
right?
I'm
We've
very proud of that. I have some fine lines around my eyes, but that's it so far. I'm
I'll be
very,
right back.
very
Let's
happy
see if we
about
still
that.
have the mug. I'll go grab this mug. I'll show you this mug. It's so cool.
Okay. Mm.
Yeah, I've got frown wrinkles too from like.
So no, that's yeah. What something in life for brag about. That no wrinkles yet.
uh,
All right, here we go. Let me figure this out. It says, I must be old. Even my mug has wrinkles. Uh, it's for sale in Tommy's The Bargain Effect eBay store. Just saying.
Shameless plug. Destiny walks away, and you and I have nothing to say. What the hell?
I just had to make sure that I put it back. So back in his inventory. Otherwise, if it gets misplaced, then I'm in trouble. I actually love that
Oh,
saying.
it's okay not to be okay all the time. There it is. Thank you, dear, for
Yeah,
finding.
I was looking, but I wasn't finding that one.
Yeah.
All right. That's one. Okay. Okay, love you all, but work early tomorrow and it's late here. Thank you, Aunt Kelly, for stopping in. I love you. Much love. Have a
Good
good day
night,
at work
Kelly.
tomorrow. Only wrinkles. Hello, Sharon. Welcome, welcome. We're actually going to be heading out here. I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. I know it was kind of an off night, but we got to have those every once in a while. And again, thank you for being here. You guys helped me because I did. I was going to break down at the beginning of all this because nothing was seemed to be wanting to work.
I
And
watched her.
so thank you for being there for me. I hope you guys are okay tonight. And we will again see you next Monday, 8 p.m. Central Time, here for mental health. Hello, Susanna Chronicles. I hope I said that right. Susanna. Um, so we'll see you next week again, Monday, 8 p.m. Central Time on my channel for Mental Health Safe Place Live. And I will probably be going live again sometime this week, just a regular hangout. So it won't be mental health talk unless you guys need it. Otherwise, it's just a hangout. So with that, have a beautiful rest of your week. Much love. And I do have I had my card. I made sure to write down a note, but then because I want to get this memorized. Let me find it. So we ain't leaving yet. Oh boy. Uh, well, where is it? Okay, well then we'll do it this way. I must have lost the card. Must have lost the card when I cleaned up. But always remember, in this family, no one fights alone. And you are not alone. You are worth it and you are loved. With that, we will catch you later. Much love, everybody.
Peace.